Oh my god! What's cracking, guys? And, yeah, I just finished a 24-hour Pokemon stream. My voice is a little strained. Just a little. It's not that bad, I swear. Obviously, I cannot be as active, but what I can do... Oh my god. Stop laughing so much. But what I can do is give you an spoiler-free review of Pokemon Sword and Shield. And I am going to be struggling to do it, but I will do it for all of you. Because as you can see, if you want the Metacritic of Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can see that everyone gives it an 81, but then currently it has a user score of 3.9. Now that's a big freaking difference. This game is extremely controversial, and after now playing the game for 24 hours, I can give you a pretty good opinion about what's going on. Was my voice not making you laugh too much? Now, as for the story of the game, it's pretty straightforward. All you do is, yes, you need to go and defeat this champion. You have a rival. Same thing every single Pokemon game. There's really nothing new there, except that for the fact that, you know, you go to gyms, yes, but then you have a little fun mini game that goes with them before you face the actual person. And also, of course, since this is a Pokemon game on the home console, the graphics are probably the best in the series so far. They have to be, because it's on the Switch, it's on a main console, alright? I don't know why people are complaining. They're still the best Pokemon graphics so far. As for some of the animations that go with it, yeah, there's some amazing animations. When the Pokemon Dynamax, it's pretty lit, like what happens there. I love it. And then, like, some of their ultimate moves, I don't want to spoil it. Again, this is no spoilers, but it feels really satisfying. But then, of course, you know, there's some weird animations, like, say for Score Bunny, one of the starters, like, he has a move called Headbutt he learns, and instead of headbutting, he kicks him with his feet. I don't know what that's about, kicking a Pokemon with your feet. Headbutt, it's more of a kick, but, you know, that's fine. And then there's, like, another Pokemon called Yamper. You get pretty early, and he has a move called Nuzzle, which is pretty OP. But, you know, the animation for that is he literally just goes, wah, 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 wah. You know, like, he just kind of, like, lift his model up, and they just kind of, it's not really that amazing. But then again, like, you have some amazing animations, and then you have some kind of lazy animations, so it's kind of a mix in between. But to be fair, all the other past Pokemon games had some lazy animations as well. Considering that a number of Pokemon can learn any such moves, that's a lot of animations that they have to do specific for every single Pokemon and every single move to make sure they line up and stuff. I mean, that's an incredible amount of work there. Now for the interesting bit, the multiplayer. The multiplayer can only be done in the field. But the thing is, like, when I try to hook up with Ashley here in the game, alright, in the game, like, you can't really play together. We spent, I think, like, at least a solid hour trying to hook up or something, like, to get something going to see if we can, like, patch Pokemon together in the same. That's not something that you can do. Yes, there's people in the field that you can find, and if you go and talk to these people, like, they give you, like, an item for free. So you can literally just get, like, some really, like, so you could get some really broken items, or you could get just, like, some stuff you could stuff and curry, like, out in the field, like, alright, I guess. And specifically, there's no way to get your friend to appear on the screen next to you as well. It's all kind of random. Like, I got people from China, I got people from Russia, I got people from all over the world, so it was a mess. And in the wild area, there certainly is a noticeable stutter when you have the online feature. When it's offline, it's fine, perfectly fine, everything's great. But when you have the people popping in, out, everywhere, there's people going through walls sometimes I see, it's really freaking weird for an online experience. Like, I don't think they quite tested that enough, and there was noticeable stutter. However, the main thing you're going to be doing anyway in the open field for online purposes is doing the linked Dynamax battles to capture some Pokemon, and they give you some over freaking powered items right off the start if you do that. I'm talking like rare candies, these TMs of some of the most broken moves that you could get as early as like level 10, 8, whatever, and you could slam it on your Pokemon and hit for a massive amount of damage. It's crazy. And they are fun to do. I mean, the beginning Dynamax battles were real easy. You could just get like some random person come in with their really overpowered broken Pokemon and one-shot it. Say like Ashley's Gardevoir one-shotting some other Pokemon. Immediately just destroyed it. Wasn't even Dynamax. The wild area is also kind of interesting as well because, you know, you could go out and you'll see like Pokemon that are way above your level and can smoke you. Which is something that's kind of unprecedented in like Pokemon games. Usually it's always kind of like a nice guided experience. You just go along the route. You don't really worry about Pokemon that are like 20 to 40 levels higher than you, just destroying your entire team. And a lot of things that are interesting is like, you can't capture Pokemon past a certain level unless you've beaten a certain gym. You can still like fight them and maybe win, but you just can't capture them unless you beat that gym, and then you can capture because it raises the Pokemon level of which you can capture. Now, I know a lot of people were also concerned about the amount of Pokemon in the game, but let me reassure you, every single route seems to be jam-packed with more Pokemon than I can waggle my finger at. You can spend hours and sometimes you still won't have every single Pokemon that they've jam-packed in like a single route. It's ridiculous. And it seems to me that most of the concentrated old Pokemon are always in the wild area, while all the new ones are in like the story sections. So at least like you can still get like all the old Pokemons, but like most of the good like new ones that you want to see are always in the routes that you're going on for the story, which is very refreshing. Thank freaking God. Unfortunately, there's still Magikarps. The towns are pretty robust too. Like they're better than any town I've ever seen in a Pokemon game. Like, you know, like there's like some Starbucks stuff you can go on in every single like major city. The Poke Centers are all nice and active. There's people walking down the streets that, you know, like you can sometimes like hear them talk to you and other things like that, and it's nice. Like it's pretty cool. You even have haircuts to customize your character, get some clothes to customize your look of your trainer too. It's neat. It's really neat. It's like a nice custom. It's a good amount of customization, a lot of cool things to discover. Now the unique feature of this, the Dynamax feature, I should also like highlight a little bit. You really can only Dynamax in specific areas, very specific, like Dynamax battles that you see in like the online raid stuff or whatever, where you get 4 people to team up against one Pokemon. And then also on the gym battles. So like those are the only areas that you can really Dynamax. Well, you can also 1v1 other people online too, but like that's it. You can't do it against like normal Pokemon in the wild or anything like that. So it is different from like the Mega Evolutions and Z moves in that regards, where you can pretty much just do it anywhere as long as you have the specific and certified item required to do it. And with the Dynamaxes, you don't need any item. Like any Pokemon can just go boop and like get up there and then be really powerful and have like a set moves. And honestly, as I was traveling around the world, enjoying my little quest for 24 hours, like the world looks pretty good. Like, there's not that many trainer battles specifically, but most of the time, you're not really fighting trainers. You don't really care too much about the trainers. They're there, but most of the time, you're gonna be freaking fighting Pokemon and catching them. And yes, there is, I think, a forced XP share, if that's an issue for you, but the difficulty is still there. If like you just completely just go from town to town, straight town to town, and don't like spend a lot of time capturing, fighting Pokemon and other things like that, because it's pretty difficult of a game and it can crush you if you don't actually grind. Also, to dispel some rumors that were going around, some people think that you couldn't get Pikachu or Eevee in the game, and that's just false. Like, they are in the game. You can capture them. As many as you want, along with the evolutions, you can get them, they can evolve. But just in Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, you can just get them right away at the beginning, just ones that wouldn't evolve. That's all. That's the main difference. They also have, I think, maxed potential or whatever they have. And another big thing that I should mention, turn off autosave. This is a very big bug. Just turn off autosave. It can wipe your entire Switch. So yeah, you just turn that thing off and everything will be a-okay. As for my final rating of this game, like, overall I think it's pretty darn good. I haven't even quite beat it yet. If that tells you the length of the game, I think I am on Gym 7 now. And that's after 24 hours, and there's still one final gym that I need to hit after that, because I think there's 8 gyms. And then there's, of course, the champion and, like, the legendary capture and all that other stuff. So, like, there's still stuff for me to do after 24 hours. I know some people were saying, like, this Pokemon game was going to be, like, a 13-hour fest or whatever. Like, maybe if all you do is just story, and do absolutely nothing else like capture Pokemon, and all you're doing is just rushing, sure, maybe you can do that. But if you're like me, enjoy time, enjoy switching between Pokemon, like seeing what they're capable of, seeing what the area has to offer, and just enjoy the game, like, at your own pace, like, it's gonna last you a long time. Like, the only thing I would really want Nintendo to work on, like, is specifically a way for you to get your friends in the same area next to you. That would be cool. I would appreciate that. And make it easier to fight them instead of having to go online and then tell them a code that they also have to enter. And then, like, hopefully they're the only people using that code to fight you at that time. Because I remember I used a code, told Mary to do it, and then another person popped up in my menu because apparently they used that same code. So the online features, kind of rough, but still fun. The overall story of the game and fighting every Pokemon, I feel is, like, pretty much a solid 9 out of 10. But the online features, I would rate it down one more point because they're kind of bad and not exactly what I was expecting. So I would give the game probably a solid 8 out of 10. Honestly, I agree kind of with the meta score on this one here rather than the user score. So anyway, I hope this gives you like a nice guide of what to expect out of Pokemon Sword and Shield. Again, you can look on my Twitch VOD if you really want to, like, see all this stuff here. Again, I'm trying to do a no spoiler and I'm trying to preserve my voice. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe for some more quality content, and I'll see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...